Hey guys, Pop Scrap here. So I'm going to do a few bits more here today. Getting more things processed and scrapping out little bits and pieces of other stuff at the same time, you know. So the plan is to take this off, get a bit of aluminium off and get that so far processed. All I have to do is run down here the seam and just want to test it, make sure it's copper. But one good thing on this is you got a brass screw. Happy days, a bit of brass. Can't say no to that. So this should pop off. Here we go. Clean and cast alley as we have it. Now this washer, I don't know how this is going to come off, but the far side should come off some way. If I hit this through, it should fall out the other side, hopefully. So I managed to get it pulled out of it. Now it looks copper to me, but yeah, it's copper. So this will be when I'm grinding these. This is another copper motor to go over here. A decent, good copper motor that has to be stripped. A nice piece of cast, not that heavy. And I have to get this off. I'll have to hit this outside to get that bit of cast off that. Now I'm going to scrap out a few other nice little bits for you here, like decent copper wire. Well, bits and pieces like this. We'll sort that out now for you. I have a lot of stuff from going back a couple of years that I'm just finding now, and steel, unfortunately, on that. But yeah, going back a couple of years, I have stuff which I'm not happy with because I buckets of metal tech and stuff that I haven't sorted out, and which there was times there I had no scrap, and I could have that sorted, but as I said, there's so much stuff I have, I just can't keep on top of the times. Let's see how I'm going to get this out. I'll have to hit this with the hammer and smash that off. One sec. So, my good nips is left in the car as usual. I smashed it up a bit to get a bit more out. Hopefully it'll come apart for me a bit easier. Now, let's strip this nice copper wire. Copper's at an all-time high at the minute. And I just want to keep it, just in case I want to sell in time. I want to just have a bit processed, because you just never know when you need any money for something. Or it's a very good way of having scrap. This is very hard to be able to strip, so let's do it the old-fashioned way. I ain't setting the stripper up for this. There we go. Yeah, it's good copper wire, this. You don't get much of this anymore. Well, I don't anyway. Nice copper. Oh, I've a lot of good copper over there to strip, but it's a bit of work in it. Out of transformers and things. Get up as far as I can on it. Now these nips are not the best for cutting this, but it'll do. Hopefully. Bit by bit, and nip it off. That's it out there. It's not that much weight in it. Still, good copper to get my hands on. Don't need to get, as I said, enough of copper anymore. I see there a video of Patrick Williams put his copper in for sale. I wonder how you got on, Patrick. Did you get good money on it, or? I think because copper is up, people are selling copper a lot. But at the minute, I think I'll hold on to it because it's like my gold. Gold is worth money, so. Okay, this is brand new actually. What is this? Alright, computers. Brand new in the box. Cool. Case aluminium, I think it could be. No, steel. Yeah, we'll just put this in for Irish, this part anyway. That's unusual, getting something like that. Unusual box. A bit of wire. I like my wire, the copper wire. It's nice and handy, but will I take this off these brass, I wonder? Yeah, brass, they're definitely coming off. I ain't leaving them on. Let's test them and see. Yeah, they're brass. Take what I can. Give that to Irish. And that'll go to my wire pile. Another thing I like taking apart is these switches. I can never get enough of them. The brass in them is very good. People just throw them out with the skips. There one stage. The time of the boom. I'm going back a good few years ago now, and I'm scrapping a long time. I could fill bags of these a day. So people throwing them out everywhere, and I mean everywhere they were. And it's all good brass. But people weren't, scrap was so easy got years ago. I'm serious, scrap was so easy got. I couldn't keep up with it myself. And yeah, you just take what you were given. And you know, you just weren't able to do it. Like there was times there I turned down copper and brass. It's just that you couldn't get your hands on it. Or it's just so busy. But now you take everything you get because the value has gone up so high, and more people are at it. So, and the more modern electronics now, there's not as much in it as there used to be. Unfortunately, there's not. Now I'm gonna have a bit of bother to get this off, maybe, or maybe not. Let's see. Get the copper off. Anyway, it's important. The high value. Set off. I'll get this off if I can. A piece of brass. There we go. That's that stripped. Now I'm going to go through it all with you. In brass wise, there's nice brass in these. I always have a nice little small magnet when we see that's all decent brass. There's a little silver button on it. Separate that copper from the brass if I can. Get all the copper to one side, brass to the other. And get the rubbish out. Yeah, used to get so much of this stuff years ago. People, like as I said, just throw it out. Now my brother's coming with a big load of it. My brother has a lot of this kind of stuff for me, so I'm stripping out a lot of them. I used to do electrical when I was younger, and I used to, as I said, we could do houses. I take all the electrical out of it and everything. All the electrical sockets and things were rewiring. And that's how I used so much. I used to fill the shed 4 or 5 times over I could. So a bit of brass, bit of copper. We'll see what else we can get my hands on here now for you. As you can see here, it's still not getting through it. I still have a lot of stuff, a lot of wire to go through here. Still even stuff I made videos about a year ago back in there. I have to, plan is to get through all this before I concentrate on the motors. That's important for me because the motors are up there, not my way. This is my workbench. This is just for the copper motors and things like that. So, and brass plugs and things to sort out. So that'll have to get done soon. But I have to concentrate in this container and get all these little electrical taken apart. It's a big thing to get sort these out. It should be brass. Should be. They usually are. Yeah. That's a nice brass piece. But yeah. I'm going to leave it there at that. I'm going to keep scrapping a little bit out. I want to start concentrating, sorting out my copper. Processing all my copper I have. So it's starting to build up here again since the wire is starting to build up as usual. The brass and copper. The copper is anyhow building up nice. It's a good weight coming in that. Brass, decent. Aluminium, yeah, it's getting there. But yeah, it takes time. Time. So we'll get there at the end. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. See you in the next. Bye.